Okay, so we're 22 days in on Eric's truck. Today I'll be working on this little bit of dent repair down here. And we are going to get this engine running and listen to it. We're going to get our alternator hooked up. We're going to hook up some of this electrical here. And we're going to listen to that baby run. Okay, yesterday I was going kind of fast on some of this stuff, but our exhaust is all on, just didn't to tighten it up. I went ahead and painted this with the exhaust paint, but one of the tricks to this is do not shoot it on very thick. Just put a light coat of the primer, light coat of the paint, and that is it. Otherwise it cracks and peels off later. Matter of fact, even if you do this really, really good, it still comes off later. So and on the spark plug wires, you want to put your boot on first, then you crimp it, then you pull your boot back down, and then you go ahead and put it on. You saw how I laid them all out, and basically I started with all the back cylinders first, because you can see how it has the wire grouping here and here. So if you just start with the back ones first, it's easier to route the wires on the holders and all. So let's see, I guess that's about it. Let's get to work. So now I'll bend up a little distributor advance line, and little steps like this, you know, take you a little extra 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, but really pays off in a good look. Okay, so I give a little bit of thought, and I didn't like the amount of play that I had in the distributor right here. It's pretty old and all. So what I did is I took it back out, and in the kit that you get from the Igniter 2 guys, there are 2 little brass bushings that you can get, and you just put 1 or 2 in as needed to take up any great deal of slop that you might have up in here. So this is held on, this lower gear right here is held on by a pin that goes right through. And one of the things that you want to keep in mind is that right here there's a little divot. That divot will line up with your rotor firing. So you make sure that that pin, when you put it back on, lines up with your igniter pointer. Pointer. So you can see the end of the gear. So here you can see the end of the gear just slides off right here, and then we just slip our brass bushings right on, and then we are ready to go. So sometimes when you take this pin out, you have to drill it out, and you have to drill a little bit larger. So we'll just go get a little bit larger pin for this, and then be right back. Okay, so last time I put my spark plugs in here, I just put them in temporarily so I could do my spark plugs. Now I'm going to take my spark plugs out. I'm going to double check my wiring. I'm going to get the engine to turn over, and then we'll button it up and hear it. What are you talking about? This thing here?
Yeah, right next to the distributor.
Oh, that's the core.
I don't have one of those on mine.
No, this is the older school style. Your car has an HEI distributor that's bigger, and the coil is the little pack thing on top. Okay, so doing the timing on our engine here, this is a 283 or 327, they're basically the same gig. You need to plug off the advance for the distributor there, and then the 0, that is top dead center right there. A stands for advanced, and each of these marks right here are 2 degrees. So technically speaking, this is supposed to be 4 degrees. Some of the high performance models were 6 degrees up. I split it in the middle and went 5 degrees. And of course you're doing this with your timing mark right there, and it'll hit when you hit your light on it and all that stuff. Do me a favor, start it and see if it'll show up on camera good or not. I don't know if that's showing up or not, but you can see that I've got that set. Basically, down to here. Oops, wrong way. Here, do me a favor, turn the dial, or the distributor. Just pick one way and then we'll see what it does, and then go. Alright, go the other way. Okay, a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, right. Okay, bring it back just a hair. Okay, right there. Okay, so I got my front electrical halfway set up. I got our engine running. So I'm going to go ahead and take our windshield out now. You got to be really extra careful with this trim in here. So I'm just going to be cutting all of this out until I can get it to come out nice and easy. Okay, so we got a little bit of time left in the day, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of the float that's in the gas tank. If you remember, the sending unit was working, but this had a little bit of leak in it, and it got gas, and that weighed it down, and it didn't show us our accurate gas. So I just found one of these in my parts, and we'll go ahead and replace it. Okay, that's it for the end of the day. We got our engine running, and we got some of our electrical taken care of here and up under the dash, and we got our dent working on there a little bit. So tomorrow we'll just keep on going, so we'll see y'all then.